And obviously this house has curb appeal. And I know you wanted a pool with a view. Dude, what are you doing?
You said if I wanted to buy or sell a house in Central Florida that I should follow you.
On social media.
Oh, you got a link? Thank you.
And we're live on Facebook, YouTube, and parts unknown.
Here we are. Happy May the 4th be with you day.
Every day is Star Wars Day. Who are you?
It is. It is.
Oh,
It's so funny. On my memories today, 2 years ago, came up May the 4th, and we were doing a live show, and I was a host, and I said, perfect host for this topic.
Yeah, I think I put that my two co-hosts know nothing about Star Wars was my the intro.
And here I am again.
Who was on there with us?
I don't know. Let me see.
Was it B? I don't know.
2 years ago, it might have been Mindy. Let's see.
Oh, doesn't matter.
Gosh.
Yeah, I don't think she was too hep on Star Wars. So
no, same.
Who do we got? We got Lily is with us from Michigan. And Mary, sharing is caring. I shared out to three places.
I did too.
Caleb, hello, good evening. It's always great to see you.
Caleb.
And Cindy is here. Hello, Stan, Holly, and Chris.
Hello, Cindy.
Lily is preparing the kitties with the pet cages in the background.
Yeah, I am. I see. We got it all put
my
together.
gosh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah. Yeah,
hey,
we all put that together yesterday. So, you know, we gotta be ready when the time comes to put them in there, because that's where they're gonna go when we're not home. So
okay. And Chris Crawford's here.
Is that one big cage, or is that?
It is one big
okay.
cage, yes.
Nice.
So it's got 3 levels and it's good size. So
nice. So I bought this shirt at Star Wars Celebration, and I'm normally an XL, but with Disney, I'm usually a 2X with Disney shirts.
They usually.
So I figure I'll try to find a 2X. I couldn't find a 2X, and it was weird the way they had it set up. Like Star Wars Celebration store it's a big, huge room, and you have to win a lottery to get into the store, and you have to book your time to get into that, to go to it. And then once you're in there, it's nice because it's not crowded. It's like the only place that's not crowded because they don't overpack it. But so they had different like these shirts were on different racks throughout this giant room. So one rack was all extra smalls, another rack was all larges, another rack was all extra larges, and they're not near each other.
Oh, geez.
So somebody would pick up and go, I guess this is all they got is extra small. I'll get this. And then they see the larges and I'll get this one instead. So by the end of the day, they're all mixed up. But anyways, So I couldn't find a 2X. So I picked up an XL and I looked at it and there's no way this is fitting me. Like this is tiny. Like like Disney shirts are always
Hi, Andrew.
long size. Hi, Andrew. So I ended up getting a 3X. And boy, am I glad I did. Because
Really? Oh my gosh.
But the thing is, like, look, like
It looks. I thought you had on suspenders at first.
Yeah, I know. So did
it does. Yeah, it does. And it's kind of it's really like this is all embroidered. Like these are all embroidered, and these
cool.
is supposed to be the lights on the Death Star.
Oh, okay.
So those that know. And so I wore this to work today instead of my regular work uniform, and I had a couple people recognize it, and everyone else just thought I had a weird shirt on. Cool. But it's tight in the shoulders, but the neck is like a 3X. Like this is the top button's done up, but if I undo the top button, it's like way too. look at this. This is ridiculous. I know. So I'm going to take the top button off and lower it and re-sew it and put a buttonhole. But
no, Mary, they're not suspenders.
Yeah, Mary thinks they're suspenders.
I know. Don't you love it when you have to win something to buy something?
To get the honor to buy it.
Yeah, even like Simon's PS5, I had to win the lottery to buy a $500 console. So I need to show this before he's like melting.
Oh yes, show it. Yes, here we go. Hang on, let me get the
Holly got creative.
There we go. She has her Yoda.
A Grogu cocktail. It's a Grogu margarita. My friend posted a reel this morning on how to make it, and I'm like, I think I have everything. Let's do it. So cute, but yeah, he's a mess.
Funny.
He's melting.
So
he's
super cute.
He's a war mess.
Hi, Chanel.
So now you got to drink.
Chris is saying I thought this was a family show because I undid my top button.
Yeah, you're unbuttoning your shirt. Holly's drinking margaritas.
Yeah. But what a bad design for a shirt! Like, my gosh! And it's just, I don't know. I make shirts.
It was very expensive too.
Oh yeah, they're not cheap. Yeah, let me tell you. Yeah. This might be like the most I ever spent on a shirt.
Wow.
But what are you gonna
do? And it's so plain for you too. Usually your shirts are all one color.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what attracted me to it, because it was kind of like, and it's the type of thing, like I said, like and when I wear it, I figured people that know it will know it. Yeah. Between the liquor and the skin, I'm not sure. Come with me to Disney. He says he loves your margarita. He's going to come over, or they are. I'm not sure if it's a he or she.
It's my friend Chanel. Yeah, okay. She's coming over. Come on over.
Come with me to
I
Disney.
got more in the kitchen.
Over. Yeah. I see Andrew joined us and Teresa joined us. Thank you. So this is going to be, the plan was to have an all Star Wars show today, and my countdown timer was a Muppet one because I, believe it or not, I don't have a Star Wars countdown timer ready to go.
You're fired.
I'm fired. I got to go back to Walt Disney World or Disneyland and do some more videos.
That's really.
That's what that means. I need.
Yes.
So Chris, you got a cool R2D2 shirt on?
I do. It's actually pajamas. It was the only one I had that kind of matched my ears. So
okay. And then Holly has her Grogu shirt on. Nice.
Yes.
I got my Death Star ears over there. Hi, Kevin. So, anyways, I don't know. I'm not sure if has it been that long since I've done a live show, but all my windows are all wonky. There we go. Let's fix this up.
It's so true.
It's funny.
Y'all's drinking from a brown bag.
Oh my god. Oh.
That is funny. Do we want to do the hidden Mickey of the week?
Yes.
You bet.
Alrighty.
Let us.
Where's my oh my gosh, that's rusty. Here it is. All righty. So our hidden Mickey of the week. If you're on a phone, you might have a hard time even seeing this. But I'll kind of put it.
I'm like,
there's a circle here.
I got it.
There's a circle here, and then there's a circle here.
Okay. Now if you tell us this is Paris again.
This is not Paris. This is
Okay,
an American
good.
park. Yeah,
Okay.
last week I was doing the theme. I was doing the theme of Paris. This time I'm
Yes.
doing a different theme. So
Okay.
where can this be found?
Is that in Galaxy's Edge?
Hi, Patricia. Have
Oh,
fun.
Patricia, could you quickly send me a photo and I want to post it, please, if you can, Patricia.
If she's still here.
If you're still here,
Yeah,
I saw a picture.
That's the best. The lightsabers in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, Patricia, message me a photo if you can, and I'll try to get it on. There we go. Galaxy's Edge, Walt Disney World.
Obviously.
Good.
Actually,
good
to be honest,
plan for tonight. Yes.
Yeah, Galaxy's Edge. I'm not sure where inside there. Yes. Hello, Carolyn. Yeah, Galaxy's Edge, of course. So I don't even need to zoom out. I'll show you where it is. So if you zoom out a little bit, you can still see it there. There's this little detail here.
Do they have that in Disneyland too?
Actually, I think this might be in Disneyland. I don't think this is Disney World.
Okay.
And you can see it up there. So it's kind of hard to see. Oh, I thought I had one that zoomed out even more. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see. So you have to know where to look. So it's, look for that tower right by that at the First Order.
Okay. So that, all right.
So that is brought to you by Victor Naraki at DisneyAtYourDoorstep.com with La Rosa Realty. He is all over YouTube, Facebook. He's a fun guy. Follow him.
Oh my gosh. Yes, don't follow one person. Follow him online.
Yeah, Caleb, you're supposed to do that part.
Don't stalk him in person.
Yeah, don't be stalking him. Oh my gosh. So for today, I thought we'd talk a little bit of Chris, you went to Star Wars. Was it May 4th you went to, or was it?
It was May the 4th be with you day. It happened to be a Saturday, and it was in 2013. And
it was a long time ago.
It was, but it's still fresh in my mind because it was so much fun.
Yeah, so we want to talk a little bit about that. Then I have some stuff. I'm not sure how many people here remember or if they're aware of how they used to have the Star Wars days at Walt Disney World.
Star Wars weekends.
Star Wars weekends, right. That's what shirt I should have worn. I got a Star Wars weekends t-shirt I should have worn.
Oh, quick, go change.
Yeah, exactly. Kevin's asking what are you drinking?
Yeah. It's a Grogu little margarita. So Grogu themed margarita.
Okay, so Mary was there during one of them. Mary, were you there during Hyperspace Hoopla? Because I want to talk a little bit about the Hyperspace Hoopla in particular. That was nuts. That Hyperspace
Hoopla?
Hyperspace Hoopla. Yes.
Yeah. Say that three times.
Yeah.
Hyperspace Hoopla.
I'll say it 3 times after I finish this margarita.
Oh, okay.
Holly, have you ever heard of the Hyperspace Hoopla?
Nope, never.
Okay, you, my friend, are in for an eye-opener.
Okay.
When we start showing some of the videos from the Hyperspace Hoopla, because, oh my gosh. So Mary says she walked in by accident. People were nuts. Kevin is having a Jack and Coke.
Chanel, are you still here? Do you know what that is? Chanel knows everything about Disney, everything. Disneyland. So I'm wondering if she knows what that's about.
Okay. So before we get to that, we'll do our Disney detail, and we'll do Chris's her trip, and then the Hyperspace Hoopla. So you want to stay tuned for that, because if you don't know what, you're in for an eye opener.
You're going to find out real quick.
It's hard to believe Disney did this. So today's Disney details is from Disneyland, and what's the name? Is it It's not Star Traders, or is it Star Traders? The store,
the gift shop.
The gift shop in Tomorrowland.
I believe that's what it is.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. So in the gift shop above, high up, they have these stormtroopers that are like statues. So I shot this little video when I was there last time. And there's a detail at the end of this video. And when you zoom up close, there's a crate
Oh, that's cool.
with a number
Oh.
on it.
Yeah.
So 07, 17, 1955, which is, of course,
Opening
The
day.
day Disneyland opened.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that was a cool detail.
It is very
That
cool.
is.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, so that's our
Cool.
Disney detail.
I like that.
Yeah. And they have a better photo of it there. There we go. Instead of
Yeah,
pausing the
I've
video.
never noticed. I don't even think I've ever noticed those stormtroopers before.
It's a really cool store.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I noticed it as soon as I went in there. I kind of was looking around at some details and whatnot, and I went, "Hey, look at that! There's a crate with a number on it. What does this number mean? Oh, it's the deer."
Obviously something.
Yeah. So
Follow me for more trips. Oh my gosh, I can't even talk anymore.
Oh, cut her off. Cut her off. How much tequila did you put in that Grogu drink, Holly?
she had 2 sips so far.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Now say Hyperspace Hoopla.
I don't even think I can say my own name.
Kevin says keep drinking.
So Andrew never noticed it before. He's a Disneyland guy. He's never noticed the so in that store is actually really cool because they also got these big flying saucers on the ceiling that have lights that go around them and whatnot. And then outside elsewhere in Tomorrowland, they have one of those saucers that landed, and then you can see the legs kind of sticking out. I shouldn't mention anything. It'll be my future.
Yeah.
I'll save that. I'll save that for a future. It's all in the details. Oh man. So Chris.
Yes.
Star Wars Day, may the Force be with you. Limited time magic. This was in 2013, which kind of
2013. Yes,
So
and that was a card that they gave out to everybody. And on the flip side, it had the autographs of Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy.
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff. And so, I tried not to dent it, and I still have it. So I'm pretty happy.
Very nice. Yeah, it even has a year rate on it there. Yeah. Disney 2013 Lucasfilm Limited.
May the drink be with you. Oh, and they had these guys just
Figman, Dan, and the Noda Nodes.
Yeah. And they were in one area and they were, playing, but then they were kind of walking around too, interacting with people, which was really a lot of fun.
That's funny.
No, I don't understand. Why don't they bring these guys out once in a while?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's beyond me. I mean,
Like,
they totally belong walking around.
Maybe because they're terrifying?
What'd you say?
Terrifying?
They're kind of scary.
They're aliens. See, there they are.
Yeah, like they could have them up there just pretending to be playing music, and people can go and get pictures. Like like in Mexico, they got the mariachi band,
right?
And people go in front and they get their picture, and then someone else comes and do that. Have these guys just sitting there doing the same song over and over again.
Absolutely.
And people can get all day long.
Yeah.
So wait, Chris, was this a ticketed event?
No, it was just just a regular day, and they had special merchandise that I waited in line for like 2 hours to get. I got a shirt and I got a couple pins, and it was like a long time to wait in line to get a shirt and a couple pins, but I still have them, so they are keepsake from that day, because really that's the only one that I went to. But
oh my gosh, how cute.
I know. And they were like dancing to the music that the aliens were playing, and you can see Mickey's cape is a little wet, because it had rained quite a bit earlier.
Well, yeah, that last photo back here, I noticed that they got a cast member wearing a raincoat, and then you got some umbrellas back here. So yeah.
But it quit, and then it got really nice out, so that was great. But I went to Hollywood Studios that day with Brent Dodge, which a lot of people know.
Look at this. You got the hat back here too.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
There it is. And we had so much fun. Just going around, seeing all the characters. This was up close and personal with Mickey.
No, that's what I was heard is that once when Disney purchased Lucasfilm, they didn't want to make Disney kiddish in the parks, and they canceled. There was actually a TV series that George Lucas was working on with I think it was Seth MacFarlane.
Okay.
And he had done 2 or 3 complete seasons that are completely done, and they're totally hilarious. They're like Weird Al Yankovic was in it. They had all these different celebrities that did voices, and Disney didn't. But it made Darth Vader look like a bumbling fool, kind of. And the storyline was that they were building the Death Star, and in order to keep it on the down low, the Empire was telling the galaxy that they're building a giant mall. So Princess Leia was really excited that this mall is opening. She could hardly wait to go to this mall and this and that. And it was. I saw an entire episode of Star Wars Celebration, and it was hilarious. And they keep telling us that it's going to come to Disney Plus on Star Wars Day or on May 4th. At least it was supposed to last year, and it never did. So I'm still waiting for Star Wars detours. But Disney, once when they purchased it, they didn't want kids to think that Darth Vader was a joke or that he was slapsticky and whatnot, and they didn't want Mickey to be related with Star Wars anymore. And they put an end to Jedi Mickey. They put an end to all these different things. They actually canceled Clone Wars because it was animated, and they didn't want to have any animated Star Wars. But then the fans wanted it back so much that they brought back animated Star Wars. Yes, Jeff.
Well, we're so glad that you're still here, Jeff.
Yes.
For sure.
Awesome.
Today's the his anniversary.
Yes.
For that. So so that's why there's no more Jedi Mickey.
You know what? I get it. You know, I understand why they don't want to have the confusion.
Yeah, but it's so cute.
But they were adorable. So
yeah, it would be such a hit now. I think if they bring back.
Yeah.
They had Goofy was Darth Vader. Minnie was Princess Leia. Mickey was a Jedi. Or sometimes Luke, wasn't he? And who was Donald? Donald is a stormtrooper.
Yes.
And who was C-3PO? Pluto?
Don't ask me.
I don't remember.
I think, anyways. And I have a Jedi Mickey statue, actually, that I had bought at Walt Disney World. Here we go. Yeah, Goofy was Darth Vader, and Donald Duck was...
Look at his boxer shorts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is so good.
And Goofy with his underoos here.
Oh my goodness.
Mickey icon boxer shorts. Yes.
Yeah.
That is
I think it would
so
be a hit.
cute.
If they brought, why they canceled this is beyond me.
Oh, good Lord. Look how young I was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Mary remembers seeing these characters.
Yep.
So.
No, that's adorable.
Then you had some Jawas.
And then we went on Star Tours, and there was like 5 Jawas that went on the ride with us. It was hilarious.
Now, were these guests or are these Disney Jawas?
You know what? I thought that they were Disney Jawas, but I'm not positive.
Like, I'm looking at these costumes, and
They were
I have a friend that's
pretty good for 2013, I think.
Yeah, they were so funny, and they were so fun to interact with. We had one that was sitting right in front of us, and there he was with his glasses on.
That is so funny.
Oh my gosh, it was just hilarious. And then when the ride started, you could see them. They were like going crazy with their arms, and it was so fun. I'm so glad that this happened because I will never forget this as long as I live.
Yeah, that's a treat.
Yeah.
And there's my pin, one of my pins I got. The other one is Goofy as Darth Vader for the Revenge of the Fifth.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
Yeah,
funny.
this one I actually had a picture of it, so that's why I sent it to Stan.
And if you can't recognize it, this is Stitch.
It's Stitch
Yoda.
Oh yeah.
as Yoda.
Yeah.
And the shirt that I have is exactly like that. And it's a green, like an olive green shirt, and it has that whole picture on the shirt as well.
So the shirt that I got, it has Jedi Mickey with Darth Vader, I think. Not Goofy Vader, like Darth Vader, and they have the lightsabers crossed.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine was going to Walt Disney World, and I was reading Starlog magazine at the time, and that's how I found out about it. And I said, "Hey, you're going to be there during Star Wars weekends. They're going to be selling this shirt." And I showed, and I actually think I brought the magazine to work, and I showed him the magazine. I said, "Can you get me this shirt when you go?" And he said, "Yeah, I'll see what I can do." So he went to Walt Disney World. He had a great time. He came back. He gave me the shirt, and I was like, I still have it. And I think it might have been the very first Star Wars weekends. And he was telling us all about the trip. And I said, "So how were the lines?" Because I hadn't been to Disney World yet at this point. And I said, "Are the lines crazy as I hear?" And he goes, "Well, the longest line I had was the line for your shirt." He says that was a really long line.
Yes, the merchandise lines were crazy. Yes.
So, things haven't changed. That's how they are now. Like, look at the Figment bucket, Can you imagine you have a friend going to Walt Disney World for the first time? "Hey, can you pick me up this Figment bucket while you're..."
Yes, I can.
While
Yeah.
you're there. Yeah, sure, I'll get it.
Funny.
So anyways, so that was... So it's been going a long time. A lot of people, they think that May the 4th, and a lot of people, they think that May the 4th has always been a Star Wars day, but it hasn't. I'm kind of thinking 2013 is pretty close to when it's more or less started.
What's interesting?
Maybe it was a year or two before that, but
Yeah.
not too much earlier. But what struck me today, that was really funny, is in this morning and this evening while we were watching the news, here in Knoxville, they were actually talking about May the 4th be with you day. And
I don't know who isn't.
Yeah.
I mean, but here, I'm like, I never thought that I was going to hear that here.
If it made it to Winnipeg, it made it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking about it on the local news here as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's so funny.
So it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool,
It
especially as a Star Wars fan.
Right.
But like I say, every day is Star Wars Day. It shouldn't.
But it was funny because one of the reporters the anchors, she goes, "Do you know that I've never seen a Star Wars movie?" And I'm like, "Do you know Holly?"
I've seen one. That was enough.
Oh. No.
That was enough, she said.
Enough.
Okay, let's talk a little bit. So Hyperspace Hoopla. So Star Wars weekends happened. When did it happen? Was it in May? It's not like
Yes.
it was in May usually.
Yes.
And so they used to do at nighttime. It was the Hyperspace Hoopla, which was kind of like a party at Disney Hollywood Studios. And one of the things that they would do, it was weird as heck. It was always a little bit different. So I think this is from 2015. I think somebody, Chris, could you take care of the comments, because I got some videos going now. I won't be able to see the comments now. So anyway, so I just got short little clips. I mean, these are all on YouTube. That's where I stole them from. I mean, borrowed them from. So you can see the whole thing. I just got tiny little clips. This Star Wars Christmas special. This ranks up there with the Star Wars Christmas special. Some of this stuff. So this is the introduction to the Hyperspace Hoopla, and they had the two hosts, Sig and.
So this went on for like years, or like one time?
No, this went on for several years.
Oh yeah, it did.
And only
yes,
at Disney World, not at Disneyland.
Only at Disney World, only at Disney Hollywood Studios, and again, this ended when Disney purchased Lucasfilm.
Okay.
And they decided that we don't want the Star Wars characters acting like this. We want the Star Wars characters to be more serious. So that's why they put an end to the Hyperspace Hoopla. So this was the kind of like a little clip of the introduction.
Wow.
Hyperspace Hoopla. It's super duper. So Kit Fisto, come on, let's get Kit Fisto at Galaxy's Edge. Are you kidding me?
Really?
Those were great characters. Like they were really good. So the highlight of the Hyperspace Hoopla, yeah, I guess it was at MGM Studios. No, was it MGM Studios at that point? Might have been.
I don't think so.
I think it would have been.
I think it was.
No, it was. No, it would have been. It would have been Disney Hollywood Studios at that point. He talked about May the 4th here in Michigan. There's a gentleman that has a bunch of life-size stormtroopers. He sets them up around town.
Oh wow,
that's fun.
That's really
cool.
That's really cool. So one of the things we're all nerds. So one of the things that they do with this Hyperspace Hoopla is they have a dance off. So it would be like the light side against the dark side, doing a dance off. So all the heroes, MGM, really? Okay, maybe. When did it turn to Hollywood Studios then? I don't know.
Well,
anyways,
Google.
Yeah, Google. So then the light side would have it come out and they would dance to music, and then the dark side come out and dance to music. And I tried to get it where the crowd's loud so you don't hear the music so much, because I don't want to get struck by YouTube. So it's just a short little 20-second clip. 2008. Yes, this would have been after 2008. This would have been in like 2012, 2013, around there. So
that is horrible.
So we got Chewbacca, Jawas, and Ewoks dancing to "Welcome to the Jungle."
He's supposed to be Axl Rose, but he looks more like Teen Wolf.
Yeah, and he has the Axl Rose headband and the sunglasses on.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So another skit they did. So we were showing how Chris was showing the aliens. I can never remember the alien, the musicians.
Yeah.
So one of the skits that they would do is they would come out and they would say that they could play any song you want. So somebody would name a song and they would play the same song that they played in Star Wars in the cantina. And then somebody else, and they would keep playing only the same song over and over and over again.
I don't know, Jeff. I don't know if anything can get that bad.
So somebody asked them to do Star Wars, to do Michael Jackson's Thriller, if they could do Thriller, and they would, yep, they could do Thriller. So here's that clip.
All right, Figure and Dan on the modal nodes. You are now. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees.
Okay.
Please play Michael Jackson's Thriller. Hit it, boys.
Funny.
That was pretty funny. That was pretty good. Yeah. So they did a lot of fun stuff. Didn't I? Oh yeah, here it is. So the dance off. Let's get back to the dance off. So we saw the light side do their dance off. So now the dark side comes out to do their dance off. None other than Metallica is the who they're dancing to, because it's the dark side, of course.
Lord Vader. Yes, Master. Rise.
out right now.
I think we're gonna get red flag on that one.
So cringy. Oh my gosh. That is so bad. Oh my gosh.
I need to send that clip to my son because he's a big Metallica fan. His band that he used to be in, they played Metallica stuff all the time. He would love that.
Yes, Caleb, that's who I stole. I mean, borrowed it from. Was WDW News Today.
Oh my goodness.
Was who I got it from. Oh boy, Jeff says. Yeah, any way to make a buck.
Wow.
I noticed at the bottom of the stage it said Disney's Hollywood Studios.
It did
in that video. There you go. I kind of thought it was Disney Hollywood Studios at that point.
I totally get outlawing all of that because it does. It makes them look silly and like a joke and not intimidating. And oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I guess the Imagineers and the CEOs or whoever at the time, they looked at it and they went, guys, we got to stop doing this.
Yeah.
If we're going to continue making Star Wars movies and we want Vader to be the Dark Lord of the Sith, we don't need him doing the splits on the stage.
Gosh.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey Derek, welcome. Welcome to the show. You picked a good one. You picked a good one to join us with. So they do this little dance off, and the deal was this is a brand new stage at Hollywood Studios, and the Emperor paid for the stage, and the two hosts have to pay him back. So they make a deal. They're gonna have the dance off. So if the Emperor wins, they're gonna, I guess, double. I don't know. They never really made that clear. But if the light side wins, then all the debt's paid for. So of course the light. So in the end, the fans cheered more for the dark side at the end, but they said, "Well, the light side wins." So, so Chewie comes out and does another dance, and this Wookiee can dance. Like, he's got some moves in this one. Yeah, you gotta check out his moves in this, which is, oh my gosh.
Carpet. I tell you what, you just defeated the evil galactic empire. What are you gonna do now? You're kind of at Disney World there, Chill. Oh, that makes so much sense.
What did he say, Hoopla?
He said, baby, I like it.
Baby, I like it?
Yep.
Baby, I like it.
He's gonna need a good hair brushing after that.
Oh, wow.
I like his shimmy.
Yeah. Derek, did you see those in person? I'm sure Derek did.
Yeah, Derek is saying the Star Wars dance-offs were legendary. Yes, they were. They absolutely legendary. And they did them every year, and they were a little bit different everywhere. Mary says, gee, no wonder they put a stop to that.
How many years did that go on for?
Several.
Yeah. Caleb wants to be Chewie now.
Yeah, Holly has to take a drink after this.
Derek says, yeah, I used to troop in the parades. Get out, Derek. Are you serious? You were one of the
nice.
That's so cool. I did not know that. Derek has some secrets. That is really cool. I had some videos I was going to post of the stormtroopers marching, but they kind of still do that once in a while. Yeah.
Maybe it's Derek.
It probably is Derek, because I have one where he came right up close to my camera when I was there, and he came right up close to my camera, and he was saying me something. They used to give free park hoppers for coming and trooping the parades. Oh, there you go.
That's so funny.
That's pretty cool. That's super cool. So then at the end, of course, we haven't seen from the droids yet. So C-3PO and R2-D2, they make an appearance, of course. I'm wondering if this was Anthony Daniels, because Anthony Daniels doesn't let anybody else get in the suit. But C-3PO has some dance moves too. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good for a robot. He's got some rhythm there.
That's so funny.
And those costumes are not easy to walk in. Never mind dancing in. I couldn't imagine. What is Derek saying?
He had too much cake. And now the suit won't fit him.
He had too much cake. Now my suit won't fit. For some reason, it's not working for me to click.
There, I got it. Oh,
you got it?
yeah.
There we go. Yeah, maybe you could have too much cake. Now my suit won't fit. Derek, you must know how those suits are not easy to see or walk or moonwalk.
Yeah, I was dance.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was the Hyperspace Hoopla. So that's something that I wanted to share with everybody.
Yeah.
The other thing that
great.
was really, really weird that they did at Walt Disney World at Disney Hollywood Studios was, as we all know, like Star Tours is Star Tours 2.0. They brought in the new films, and wasn't when they introduced, what was it that made it 2.0? Was it the 3D? I think so. They added 3D glasses to it.
Okay.
I don't think it was 3D originally.
They added vomit bags.
Well, that's what I need. That's what I need. So for a while they shut down Star Tours. They shut it down and they were reconfiguring it. I think they added new screens to make it 3D and whatnot. There you go. Yeah, armor pinches everywhere. Exactly.
That's horrible.
Yeah. And Derek, could you imagine dancing like that? Let's talk about.
You'd be constantly going, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah. Okay, so they had to shut down Star Tours in order to work on it. So the way they shut it down is, I think, is kind of weird. They had an Imagineer come out on Star Wars. It wasn't Star Wars weekends. It was Star Wars night during Star Wars Celebration 5, which was in Orlando. So they had Star Wars night, and it was the last day. It was the last tour to Endor, was what they called it at Star Tours, and it was the last chance you would get to ride Star Tours. And at the end of the night, they blew up Star Tours. What? Yeah. So, I don't always look. So they had an Imagineer there on stage, kind of saying that, we'll come back in a year and we're gonna do Star Tours. So here's the Imagineer, and then Darth Vader kind of interrupts him.
Lord Vader, this is an unexpected pleasure. We are honored by your presence.
You may dispense with the pleasantries, Imagineer. I'm here to put you back on schedule.
Lord Vader, I assure you the Imagineers are working as fast as they can.
Perhaps I can find new ways to motivate them.
Well, I don't think that's necessary. Star Tours will be operational as planned.
The Big Cheese does not share your optimistic appraisal of the situation.
Yeah, well, he asked the impossible. I need more Imagineers.
Then perhaps you can tell him. He is most displeased with your apparent lack of progress.
Okay, we'll double our efforts, and I promise you, Lord Vader, and all of you, the loyal fans, that Star Tours The Adventures Continue will be operational in 2011.
I hope so, Imagineer, for your sake. The mouse is not as forgiving as I am.
Okay, so we're cool then?
Not quite.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
For over 20 years, Star Tours has glorified the Rebel Alliance and made the Empire look weak.
So I don't know if you caught it, but he's talking about the Big Cheese is displeased, and I'm not as forgiving.
Not as forgiving as I am.
Yeah, the mouse is not as forgiving as I am. So they're really poking shots there, which is really quite good.
So in the chat, they're talking about maid service, and Derek is saying because they can't get enough help.
Enough people, yeah. They're begging people to work there. There you go. There's your answer.
If I lived there, I would go work there.
I don't know if I'd want to do the maid service. I'm sure some people leave those rooms really rough. I can only imagine.
Sorry, someone's at the front door.
I can only imagine. So, anyways, okay, so that's how the Imagineers are falling behind, and Vader wants to speed things up on the rebuilding of Star Tours 2.0. So this is the solution they come up with.
Oh, Lord Vader, I don't think that's such a great idea. I mean, although you're undoubtedly beloved by all the fans, I don't know if you're necessarily qualified to design an e-ticket attraction, and I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's not easy to get into the Art Center College of Design. Besides, in the new version of the attraction,
I find your lack of respect disturbing. No more excuses, Imagineer, and no spoilers. I will see the new Star Tours myself. There will be a substantial reward for the one who shuts down this facility once and for all. And this time, Bounty Hunter, disintegrations are indeed permitted. Do as you will, Bounty Hunter.
As you wish. I have a bad feeling about this.
This will be a day long remembered. It has seen the end of Star Tours. It will soon see the end of Celebration 5. I will see all of you when Star Tours resume.
So yeah, I thought that was pretty funny how they just like blew it up.
Yeah. So that had to be probably 2010 because the Imagineers said it would be up and running in 2011. So
so it was down for a year. So yeah, I thought it was kind of a funny way to destroy the whatchamacallit.
Blow it up.
Yeah, they're all just talking about maid service. Thanks a lot, throwing a wrench in our show. But anyways, just some of the weird things that have happened over the past few years at Walt Disney World, and especially on Star Wars related.
Yeah.
That was everything. And yes, exactly. When Disney put an effort into the closure or reopening, and I gotta agree. Like I kind of miss those.
We were just talking about that too, like reopening or opening of new things.
Yeah. Thanks, Louie. I'm glad you enjoyed seeing the videos. So next week we have a guest booked, and he created a Muppet room in his house.
Wow.
So it's in Las Vegas. He converted part of his house, not to the Muppet stage, but the back room area. So when you go on the Muppet Show, when you watch the Muppet Show, there was the backstage area. He recreated that in his house, where he has the stairs going up with the doors on the top, with the stars on the doors.
So this is what you show to your wife and say, "See, it could be worse."
Yeah, exactly. And he also has one of the world's largest collections. If not the world's largest collection of Muppet replicas in the world. So this is just a little sampling of his Muppet replicas. So these are exact replicas that you can actually go there and.
Okay, and he makes these?
He doesn't make these; he buys them.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and we had Carl Chad on the show.
So I was going to say, does he buy them from Carl?
He does buy a lot of them from Carl Chad.
Okay.
In fact, I could guarantee
cool.
you that Carl Chad made Link, Heartthrob, and Miss Piggy for sure. I think that's Carl's animal. I believe. Is it his Miss Piggy? I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, so Carl Chad has made quite a few of them. I think he bought them from 3 different people mostly. He has 2 Miss Piggy. There's another Miss Piggy up here too.
He has 3.
3. Yeah.
3. Well, yeah. If you count the the Pigs in Space Miss Piggy. You know, a couple of Kermits, so no waiting if you want to be Kermit. So he's going to give us a tour of his Muppet room next Thursday. So tune in for that. It is unbelievable. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the pictures of it. Derek, you should make some Muppets.
I have no doubt that he couldn't make Muppets.
Derek, yeah, you could make Muppets. You can make one of these guys. There, let's get him. Oh, you won't. Why won't he turn? There we go.
Don't hurt your back.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it's going to be cool next week. You wanna tune in next week for that one? And I already got the Muppet countdown timer ready to go. There we go. A bunch of Vegas sites posted about this reason. I wonder if you saw it.
Really?
Okay, there you go. Yeah, it's going to be.
Where does he live?
In Vegas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No new projects, Derek. I'm a Muppet of a man. I wonder if he has need to take. Yes, I'm going to let Carrie know that we're going to be doing that next Thursday. So many projects. So that's something for us to all look forward to. We're actually going to be. I was chatting with him, and he said he's done hundreds and hundreds of interviews. But this would be his first time anybody's ever interviewed him about his Muppet room.
Really?
So, yeah, it's brand new. It's like a week old.
Oh wow!
Does he allow people to see it in person?
It sounds like it, because when I said to him,
drive over there next week, and I can be on the show live.
Yeah, you can. You probably could. You probably could. Yeah. Oh no, Mary's going to miss it.
Oh, well, you can watch the recording.
She's going to be at Disney World.
She missed last week's too. She didn't?
No, I said, Mary's in trouble.
Well, it was Friday, so she would have been.
Yeah, it was Friday.
We did a Friday last week, so that might have been it. What's coming up on Grand Circle Tour?
Well, what did we just record the other night?
Wasn't it the our favorite shows? I think it was.
Yep. So Andrew Prince gave us the topic idea, and we went over us three right here, actually. Talked about our favorite stage shows, whether Disney Cruise Line or in the parks. So that was actually pretty fun.
Yes, it was a great idea, Andrew. Thank you so much for that suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I laughed a lot. So
I think all three of us.
We did a lot of laughing on this episode.
Yeah, I think all three of us ended that one with our cheeks being very, very sore. And it was partially, not all the way, but partially due to me telling you guys about a show that I saw in Paris.
Yeah,
that was unlike any other show. So you might want to tune into this podcast that's coming out later this week.
And yesterday we recorded another resort detour, and we did Coronado Springs, which is one of my favorite places. So that should be coming out in a couple weeks.
Marta saying last week's show was great when we did the my trip report on the Grand Circle Tour.
When the chat was silent,
when everyone was mesmerized, and
no, I think she means of the podcast. I did Dan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what she's referring to. And then the solo show, we had Michelle Young from the Disney Dream Girls on. Came out this today. Don't think I'm having a show next week. I think I'm going to skip next week. But I got a fun show planned, Muppet related, for the following week. So something coming up on the solo show.
Okay.
He's saying the new solo show podcast was fun. One with Michelle Young that came out today.
Nice.
That was a trip report. That was a weird situation because I was flying to the UK and she was flying to the US. like I was going to Paris, she's going to the US, and she's going back to the UK. I was coming back from the UK. So we kind of virtually high-fived each other in our planes on the way home.
That's funny.
Yeah.
She's fun to listen to.
Yeah. Mary is saying she'll be at Moonlight Magic next Thursday, but she'll catch the replay. Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun show. Well, that was a quick hour.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Hey, when we talk Star Wars, it goes like lightning. So
I think next week's going to go even quicker.
Probably.
Oh yeah, it always does with the guests.
My next Disney World tour, 2026, 27, something like that.
That's what you say, but I don't believe that at all.
2030.
Just like when I used to say I'm not going for 5 years, and then I went like 6 months later.
Yeah, you went like 3 times in 6 months. Yeah.
Yeah. All righty. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Night.
Wear your Muppet stuff next week.
Yeah.